Hello everyone and welcome back to Rags to Riches. I am pretty excited to get into this episode because it is now spring, which means we can get back into planting in this episode. But I think we are also going to make some pretty big purchases in this episode, so I'm pretty excited about that. And I think we are going to start with this combine that is on sale. Oh, and this just came up for sale. Yeah, I don't think we have any use of that. But this combine has been sitting here tempting me. It was on sale in the last episode, and I said I would think about it, and I have been thinking about it, and it just continues to taunt me in here. I mean, it's just such a good deal. 42% off, but it's got less than 5 hours on it, so it's nearly brand new still. And deals like that don't come along very often. We don't really need 3 combines, but I definitely want 3 combines, so I think I'm just going to go ahead and buy this thing. We do have lots of money at the moment, but I think I am going to still try to save a little bit of money on this by not doing the engine upgrade right off the bat here. Because that is like an extra 40 grand to get that biggest engine. And we don't have to use any combines again for another few months. So it's not super urgent. We can always upgrade that again later. So for now, I think we're just going to basically do it as cheap as possible. We will do the US design. And I think we're just going to stick with the narrow crawler tracks like we have on our other ones because they seem to be working just fine so far. So yeah, I think we're just going to go ahead and buy this guy. Okay, so we just bought our 3rd combine. Like I said, probably not entirely necessary, but I think we definitely can put 3 combines to use when we get back into harvest season there because we are starting to get quite a bit of land now. And there's one other thing I want to buy right now, and that is this disker right here. We do need a disker because the big seeder that we have is not a direct drill, so we do need to cultivate ahead of time. Although I have been waffling on this a little bit since I did find that new like drawbar adapter piece. To let me use that other seeder and give it a much better turning radius. So we don't necessarily need that big seeder that's not a direct drill anymore, but it is quite a bit bigger. So it is kind of nice to use. And I mean, we do kind of need an excuse to use our big tractor that we bought in that last episode because basically everything else we have could still technically be run just fine by our Valtras. So we might as well buy something to give us an excuse to use our new big John Deere there. So yeah, there's no other options for this thing, so I think we'll just go ahead and buy this as well. Okay, so that's 2 new pieces of equipment there. I'm going to pop down to the store here and jump in the new combine right there. So this is exactly the same as the other 2 that we already have, so they're all going to be matching. I'm not going to bother buying a new header for it yet, just because we do already technically have 3 headers. We have 2 grain headers and 1 corn header, so maybe we could just make one combine like a dedicated corn sunflower combine, and then use the other ones for everything else maybe. But I'm just noticing that the repair bar is down on this thing, so I think we might as well just stop right here and get it fully repaired right off the bat here. So that is going to be another 9 grand to repair that thing, but we do want to start at maximum repair if we can, because that does affect the yield if it gets damaged. And yeah, we don't really need to use a combine for another few months here. So I think I'm just going to bring this down to the shed and park it in there, get it out of the weather because we actually do have some hail in the forecast for later today. So we will get this guy parked into our new shed over here. This brand new shed is going to be pretty full already. We are definitely running out of room again because we just bought a big plow on the last episode, and now we have another huge disker as well. So yeah, we're probably going to have to buy another shed sometime before too long. So we'll just get that shed opened up, and yeah, we're starting to run out of room here a little bit. I think I'm just going to try to park it right in this corner without running into our plow that's also back. Oh, too late. Ran into the plow a little bit. So that's going to kind of be in the way, but I think that should be fine anyway. Yeah, so we're kind of blocking the door, but that's all right. You don't really need to come in here for very much right away, so that should be fine. So now let's hop down to our new tractor here. Wherever that is. Man, we are really starting to get a lot of vehicles here. So we'll get this one fired up and we'll go pick up that new disker. And then I think we're going to get right into work here, disking up this field to my left. And I think I'm just going to plant that whole thing to oats. So let's just get down to the store and get hooked up here. Okay, we are hooked up to our new disker. This is a pretty huge implement here. Pretty massive, but it should make pretty short work of cultivating this field over here. So we'll have to see. We could probably sell our other diskers. We have two smaller diskers that we probably won't have very much use for now that we have this one. So yeah, we'll probably end up selling those ones. Yeah, this is the field that we are going to plant oats. In the last episode, I plowed all of these together. So all three of these fields are one big one now. So yeah, we just have to run around with a disker to get it cultivated, and then we'll go grab our seeder and get that seeded as well. So let's get this unfolded, see what she looks like. Yeah, that is pretty huge. Goes back a long ways too. This should be interesting to see how it maneuvers, but hopefully this tractor can handle it no problem. It definitely should, because we have more than enough horsepower according to the requirements here. So yeah, I think we're good to go. We can just lower it down, and yeah, seems to be no problem handling it here. So yeah, this is going to be a pretty sweet setup. There really shouldn't be too much in this game that this tractor is not going to be able to handle, which is going to be good because, yeah, we're starting to get quite a bit of land here. We got some pretty big fields to do. So starting to get some bigger implements with this powerful tractor here now. We should be able to make quick work of some of these bigger fields. Okay, well, we got that field all dissed up. This setup is pretty sweet. Definitely feels good to be using such big equipment finally. Definitely takes a little bit of getting used to. I'm just not used to kind of how far behind the tractor your working area is, so takes a little bit of practice on the turns. Definitely going to take a little bit of getting used to kind of figure out the turning radius. The other thing is with the articulated tractor, the steering is a little bit weird because you kind of turn one way and it kind of pushes the hitch the opposite way to start. So yeah, it can make things a little bit weird, especially with like backing up. You really have to kind of watch what you're doing there. It's really easy to kind of overdo it. So yeah, definitely a bit of a learning curve with this huge equipment. But yeah, worked pretty good. Didn't take too long to get through that field, and that is a pretty big field now. Yeah, just looking at this, it's definitely not quite as big as our huge soybean field over here. But other than that, like it's probably, well, I don't know, this canola field's probably bigger, but it's kind of in the running for like our second biggest field right now, I'm thinking. So yeah, that's a pretty good one, and that didn't take too long. But yeah, I think next we're just going to go seed it to oats here. I just kind of wanted to show you this. I did not crash into these headers. These are just drifting into each other and doing whatever they're doing here. When I parked them, they were totally separate, sitting nicely. And yeah, they've just kind of slowly been, I don't know, it's almost like they're magnetized together. And yeah, every time we get close to them, they kind of just start pushing into each other like that. So yeah, the old trailer drifting problem. Oh, yeah, that's pretty sweet. The old trailer drifting problem is alive and well still. So yeah, next we're just going to hook up to this Amazon trailer or seeder here and then get that seeded to oats. So yeah, I guess we will use this big tractor for this again. We don't technically need to. That one can be run by our Valtra with the horsepower requirement it has just fine, but we might as well use our big fancy new tractor, I guess. And I was thinking about it. I think this is actually the first brand new tractor we've bought since the AgroStar. Because we bought that little John Deere first. And then, yeah, I think we bought the AgroStar new. And then both of the Valtras that we bought were in the used vehicle sales. So, yeah, this is our first new tractor in a long time. So, yeah, I just kind of want an excuse to use it at this point. And I think these trailers have been drifting a little bit too, so they're not quite in the positions where I left them. So it might be a little tough to get out of there, but I think we did it. So how are we doing for seeds here? I guess we might as well top it up while we're here. We have these tanks right here, so I'll get topped up with fertilizer and seeds. And then, oh yeah, while I'm thinking about it, let's switch that to oats before I forget. But yeah, then I'll just get this topped up and then we can go get that field seeded. Okay, well, we got our first seeds of the year in the ground. Got our oat field all planted there. So that should be good to go. Starting to kind of get used to this thing. It's still a little bit weird. But once you kind of know what you're doing, you actually can maneuver this thing backwards really well. Like I said, it is just kind of a little bit twitchy because you can kind of get the trailer to move without the tractor even moving, just the way the back end kind of swings out there when you're when the steering is articulating. So I already dropped off that other seeder, and I've got the new one hooked up that I'm trying to fill with seeds here. There we go. Just got to get into the right spot. Okay, seeds are topped up. We're actually gonna change those though, because we want to get back to sunflowers. There we go. Because yeah, these sunflowers are the only other thing we can plant this month. So we're gonna head over to that other field in a second to get those planted as well. We do have 2 sunflower fields, so I'm probably going to plant one of them myself. And then I'll probably get a worker to start on the other one. And then I'm going to go hop in the sprayer and get all of our fields sprayed as well. Because if you remember from last year, we definitely want to get everything sprayed right after seeding. To make sure that we don't get any weed growth going on in there. So if we can just get this liquid fertilizer topped up as well down at the store here. Okay. At 100% everything, so we should be good to go here. Okay, so this is our one front sunflower field right here ahead of us, and then our other one is just over there to the north of our grass field. And we don't need to cultivate this one first because this planter is a direct planter, so we can just go ahead and direct drill these sunflowers into the ground here. And then I just wanted to show you guys something else. I think it's going to work. I didn't actually test it with this planter. I was using it on the other thing, but I was kind of screwing around in my test game there, and I found something interesting with this drawbar, or this adapter piece. And you can kind of see on the selector bar in the top left there. So you can actually go to this adapter hitch and raise it up and down. It'll say like raise tool or lower tool, and you can kind of see it moving up and down in the top left there. But it doesn't actually make a difference. Like if we zoom in to the hitch there, like even if I'm lowering it up and down, as you can see in the top left, like it doesn't actually move on the hitch, but it does have some very interesting behavior. So we're going to lower it down to start, and then I'm going to select the seeder, and we'll lower it down, and I'm just going to start moving. So you can see we get up to 18 kilometers an hour, which is the speed limit of this thing. But then if I go and select that hitch thing, and I raise it up, all of a sudden we start going faster and faster and faster. And so it will actually like max out the speed of the tractor. I found it's not, I think because we're going uphill right now, it doesn't quite have enough power to kind of max it out. But yeah, when I was trying it in my test game, if that drawbar thing is raised up, it will just completely eliminate the speed limit of your implement. So I found that kind of interesting. I'm not going to use that. I'm going to keep it lowered so that we go to the proper speed limit there. That's kind of an interesting little hack there. If you wanted to, if you want to remove the speed limit on all of your implements, just put one of these drawbar attachments in, and then yeah, keep that thing raised up while you're doing your work, and you won't have any speed limits on your implements. It'll just be limited to the speed of your tractor. But yeah, I just found that when I was screwing around in my test game, so I kind of wanted to show you guys that because I thought it was interesting. But yeah, I'm going to go ahead and get this field planted, and then yeah, like I said, I'm probably going to get a worker started on the next one, and I'm going to go hop into the sprayer.
Moving forward.
Okay, well, we got one of these fields seeded. So I'm just going to come over here and I am just going to hire a worker. And I just want to keep an eye on him to start. Don't know where he's going, but I would just want to make sure that he's going to do it correctly. Probably should have checked what this guy is set up with. I don't know where he's going. Oh, okay, that might work. So we're just going to leave him to do that, I believe. Actually, probably should have double checked this first. I was going to say, I think we have enough liquid fertilizer, but I'm actually not sure because I think this field is a little bit bigger than this one. And we used almost half of it on that last one, so it's going to be close. I think I'm just going to leave it to him, or leave him to it and see if he makes it. But I'm going to try to keep an eye on him, and we might have to... Oh, where's my sprayer? Oh, you know what? It's probably in parking mode. That's why. Good thing I didn't take that other combine out of parking mode though yet, because I think everything else in the shed is in parking mode, so I couldn't even flip to it. So I'm gonna have to try to remember to leave one thing not in parking mode for like sheds that are far enough away here that it would be a pain to get to otherwise. So I'm just gonna turn this one off of parking mode so that I can switch to it now. So we'll get that fired up. Probably should have opened the door first, but we'll get that opened up and. Yeah, I'm gonna run over here. It shouldn't take too long to do all of our spraying here. Because this thing does go pretty quick and it's got a massive boom, so... yeah, we'll just swing by the shop first and refill our herbicide, and then we can get spraying. We're gonna go just do our oats and then... Rigging curbs. Somebody mentioned that you can use like that Paint and Terraform Anywhere mod to lower those curbs, but I don't think you actually can. I think you would have to like raise the ground around it to cover those curbs. I'm actually just going to try that here for a second. So yeah, we'll just grab the raise and lower tool here, and maybe we'll try it over here somewhere. Or where's a good curb we could test this on? Maybe we'll test it right here. I guess it doesn't really matter. But yeah, like I can't lower like the curbs themselves. And I can't lower the road. You can just kind of lower or like move the ground around it. So I could come in with like the raise tool and kind of raise the ground up to the level of the curbs. Like even with the road here, like I can bring the ground up above. But that's the only way to fix the curbs. Like I can't actually lower the curbs themselves. The only thing I can do is like raise the ground up to cover the curbs. So that would look kind of silly, I think. So I think I'm just going to leave it for now. It should be fine. I mean, it's kind of annoying, but it's not that big of a deal, honestly. But oh yeah, I was going to stop at the store here for fertilizer, or herbicide, I mean. So yeah, we'll go get filled up and then we'll spray our oat fields, and then we'll head down and spray the first sunflower field. And hopefully by that time, the worker is going to be almost done and we can spray that field as well. And I mean, that's basically all we're going to do for this month. We might sell a couple things as well, but I'm not quite sure yet. We'll see where we're at once we get all the spraying and seeding done. Okay, looks like we got all of that done. So as you can see, no weeds in any of these fields. So those are all looking good. So yeah, we're done all of our planting that we can do for this month, and we've got it all sprayed. So let's jump into our, where was that? Okay. So I'm gonna bring this back down, and we just about ran out, but we just made it. We were at 2% liquid fertilizer left, a whole 81 liters left in that tank. So it was just about perfect. Glad we didn't have to make another trip down to the store just for that little bit. So yeah, I'll bring this guy back down to the yard, and then I'll bring the sprayer back down as well. And then I'm gonna run around and check on all of our animals and everything, and see what we need to do there. We might do some more product sales because I think we still have some decent prices on some stuff. So we might as well sell some of that perishable stuff. And then we were starting to get quite a few wood products, but I might just wait until next month to do those as well. So after doing or using this thing a little bit, I want to come over here and try to repair it and see how much that's going to cost us here. Okay, so that's not too bad. Only $400 to repair it. After seeding 3 different fields there that were all pretty good size, not the hugest field, but yeah, it is nice having a brand new tractor because those maintenance costs are relatively low off the bat. Even though I think it does kind of scale with the price of the initial purchase price of the vehicle. So yeah, I think more expensive tractors are more expensive to repair, which does make sense. But yeah, it does make a big difference when it's brand new though, because that repair bar doesn't go down nearly as fast. So I think we'll just park that in there for now. Get it under the shed. Probably should have washed that, but that's fine. It's going to do a lot more planting over the next couple months, so probably won't have to worry about keeping it super clean. So yeah, I'm just going to jump into the sprayer as well and bring that back down to the yard. And then yeah, we'll go check on all of our stuff here. Okay, just going to leave that there for now. I am normally going to keep this thing parked in that shed over there, but because we do have a lot more planting to do next month as well, so we're going to need it again right away, so I think it makes more sense to leave it down at the yard for now. So I guess we'll just check on all of our stuff. We have a little bit of honey out, probably not worth selling that. The lettuce is still on auto sell. We still have quite a bit of water, so don't have to worry about that right now. And if we look at our goats here, yeah, they still have lots of food, and their meadow is growing back now as well, so they're good to go for a little while. Starting to get a little bit of milk out, so let's check on this dairy here and see if we need to top that up again. Okay, so we still have 2,700 liters in there, so we don't really need to worry about that at the moment. We're starting to get a fair bit of olive oil out here. And we are down to 30,000 liters of olives in here. So we've gone through about half of what was in here because we did have it right full at 60,000 liters. So we're going to have to bring those other trailers down here pretty soon as well, because I think we have about 30,000 liters in those 2 trailers. So we almost have enough space in here where we could empty those out again. Grain mill is still shut down for the moment until we get some more grain in a few months here from our barley field over there. And yeah, we're starting to get a little bit more bottled goat milk out, so we can sell that as well, I believe. And then we'll just go check on our cattle as well. Okay, so these guys are out of the food. Man, they really eat through that hay. They eat tons right now. But they still have a little bit of meadow. The meadow is starting to grow back, so we won't worry about feeding them right now. Just want to double check how old these guys are getting. Okay, so they're at 17 months, which isn't too bad. I can't remember. Still, I need to double check what time or what age we sold them at last time, because I think it was maybe 24 months, but can't remember for sure. And if we check on our buffalo here, they still have quite a bit of food in the barn. So yeah, I think I kind of mentioned it last time, but I think our best option here is to just let them eat through all of this hay for the day. So I don't think I'm going to bother topping up the TMR again here. I'm just going to let them try to eat everything out in that barn, and then we can kind of start from scratch, refill it with TMR. I think we are going to take a slight productivity hit for like half a day once they run out there, but shouldn't be that big a deal. I think we have quite a bit. How much milk do we have in here actually? Okay, so we still have 3,700 liters of buffalo milk, and I'm pretty sure these dairies are okay. Let's go double check those quick. Okay, this dairy still has 2,000 liters in there, and this one's got nearly 2,000 liters as well. So these dairies are doing pretty good, so we can move the milk over, and then yeah, even if we take a bit of a productivity hit for a day or two, we should be fine. I don't even think it's going to be that long. It's going to be like half a day. but we still have lots of milk, so we shouldn't even really notice a blip in our matzo production. So we do have some matzo out as well, so we're going to get that sold, and then we have some more bread over here that is ready to go, so we're going to get that sold as well. And it looks like we have about 20,000 liters of flour left in here, so not quite 2 months of flour production left. So that is going to take us to May, I guess, and then our barley will be ready to harvest in June again, so we'll be able to get that grain mill working again, and then probably by July, we'll be able to get this bakery back in production. So it's really only going to be down for like a month, I think. So not too bad at all. So we'll just hop into the truck here, get that fired up, and we'll just pull over here. I think we'll load up this bottled goat milk first. I don't think we're going to bother with the oil right now just because we don't really have great prices for any of that stuff. So I think we're just going to do the bottled goat milk, the buffalo mozzarella, and the bread. And that should be pretty much good for what we're going to do down here. And yeah, we do still have a bunch of wood products we need to sell, but that can probably wait till next month. Okay, well, we got some of those products sold. I think that was about 180 grand worth of stuff there. Not too bad. And then I also did a couple more things. I got that slurry tanker, or we got the barn emptied out into the slurry tanker. But it's just sitting there, but just wanted to keep that empty to make sure we don't get a productivity hit from being full of slurry, as well as running out of TMR there. But I did get the dairies topped back up with buffalo milk as well, so we shouldn't really have an issue there. Even if we do take a bit of a productivity hit, I think we'll have plenty left in the dairies to keep our production going. But now I am just headed down to our shed here because I think I'm going to move over some more of these olives because I want to free up another one of these trailers again to be able to move our wood chips around at our sawmill. So yeah, I think we better empty this trailer out right here. I don't think we have quite enough room in that oil mill to empty both trailers, but we definitely have enough room to do one of them, so I might as well get this one emptied, and then we can bring it back down to our sawmill there, and then we can use it like we were before. I'm just using using it to move wood chips from our the production zone of the sawmill into the wood chip storage shed. So we'll just come over to the oil mill here. And oh, I took that corner a little bit too wide here. Let's see if we can find a spot. Okay, and dump right there. This trailer is pretty slow, but Yeah, that's quite a bit more olives in there. Actually, while this is dumping, I just want to check. So I just want to keep an eye on what this level gets to see if that other one can fit in there as well. So it looks like we have a little over 16,000 liters of room left. So I'm going to bring this trailer down to the sawmill, probably transfer our wood chips over, and then I will probably just go grab that other trailer as well and bring it over, because I think we might be able to fit all of that into the oil mill, if not most of it. So might as well do as much as we can here, just to make sure we keep that oil mill in production. Okay, well, we got that done. We got our wood chips transferred over there, and got all of the olives into the oil mill. So that was just about perfect, I think, with that level. There was just under 16,000 left in that trailer. So yeah, I think it's just about full, but we did manage to fit all of those in there. So we have plenty of products to keep that oil mill busy, but we might need to do a little bit more grain. I'm not quite sure how it's going to work out here. We do have a little bit more this year, because I think we did 52 as like sorghum, and then 51 was oats, but I'm pretty sure 52 was soybeans last year. So now with this entire section as oats, plus like that little bit extra you're going to get from between the fields that we plowed in, we should end up with like more grain than we did last year, because we don't need a whole bunch more to be able to keep this bakery running like 12 months a year. We're basically just like 1 month short right now, so we don't need that much extra grain. So I think this extra little bit right here might be just enough to basically keep this bakery in like full production, because that's kind of the goal. It wouldn't hurt to have a little bit extra. We can just sell that directly, or if we want to get some animals later that take a little bit of grain, we can do that. But I think for this year, we're just going to bank on hoping that we're going to have enough with this extra field. And I think the rest of these, like, because we have this little extra piece right here and this little extra piece right here, I think both of those are going to get planted to soybeans next month, as well as our big field over here. And I think we're probably going to buy some more fields in the next episode as well, and maybe even do those ones to soybeans as well, just because we are kind of maxed out on our productions already for the most part, like with our oil. Between the sunflowers and the olives and the canola, we pretty much, I think we have too much oil products, or too many oil products for this thing. We might end up having to just sell some of that directly, because I think we're over capacity for what that oil mill can deal with. And yeah, we don't need too much to keep our grain mill in full production here. So there are potentially some other productions that I'm going to look into that we might do. But for this year, I think we might try and buy some extra land and just plant lots and lots of stuff to soybeans. So that's kind of my plan. But I think I'm going to wrap this episode up here. I have been recording for quite a while. Didn't quite get as much done as I was hoping in this episode. There are a few more things that I wanted to do, but kind of requires a little bit more money, which means more product sales. But we've already done quite a bit of loading in the last couple episodes here, so it's going to take quite a bit more. So we'll maybe save that for the next episode, and we'll load up all of those wood products and sell them. And then I think that's going to give me enough money to do what I want to do here. But yeah, I do have pretty good plans for the next few episodes. I think they're going to be pretty good. I'm going to continue to kind of expand and just continue to grow our empire. We don't need too much more for equipment right now, so it's going to be a lot more land expansion mostly, I think. Maybe a couple more productions and animals, but yeah, I don't know exactly, but I do kind of have a loose plan. So yeah, I think the next few episodes here are going to be pretty good. We're definitely going to be pretty busy over the next couple of years, next few episodes here. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that. So hope you enjoyed this one, and hope to see you in the next one. Thank you for watching.